Hi, I'm JD and I'm going to show you a factoring problem, so if you would, try to factor this on your own. Alright, the method I'm going to show you is a method that, well, I either stumbled upon or I created. I'm not sure if it's even out there. It might be, because there's a lot of factoring methods. And we're going to be using what's called the grid. And the good thing about the grid method of factoring is it's exhaustive. First, you list out the factors of 4, so you have, I'm just going to list them out this way. 1 times 4, 2 times 2, then you have 9, which is 1 times 9, and then 3 times 3. And so with the grid, method, it's based upon the first and the last, and then you also have your middle term, which is made up of the outer plus the inner. The oi in FOIL. So you set up a grid, and I like using dash marks. You can use a different color, pencil or marker or whatever. That's fine. Now, on the top, you can either have your last or your first listed. I'm going to list the last. And I'm going to list in each box that's separated by a dash mark is you have the factors. So a factor goes here, a factor goes there. And that multiplied together equals the last, which is 9. So you have 1, 9, 3, and 3. And if you really wanted to, you could put the variables there, but you don't have to. Going down, I'm going to have the first. So 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. Now, if you wanted to, with the 2, since they're repeated, you can just make them one box. Same thing with this. You can just make it. Just remember that you're either going to be, in this case, you're going to be adding. So you got to double up. So, but I'm just going to do a regular. And then what goes here in the smaller boxes is just this times this, wherever it lines up. So 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 4 is 4. 4 times 9 is 36. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 3 is 3. And then you have 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 3 is 12. Now in this box, you have 1 times 2. You have 2 times 9, which is 18. Then you have 2 times 1, which is 2. And then 2 times 9, which is 18. And then you have 3 times 2, which is 6. 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 Now, those are all the possibilities, and so I'm going to look for 13. And if I look for 13, I'm looking at the diagonals, and I found it, 9 and 4. Right? If I look at any other diagonals, they're not going to have a sum of 13. So I'm going to label one the inner and the other one the outer. And you can switch it, it doesn't matter. So when you do this, you're going to get the following. And just think through with foiling, right? This is the inner and that's the outer, right? So you have the first, my first, right? The outer is 4 and 1. See that? So this will go first, and this will go in the lost position or sorry, last position. And then you have the inner, which is made up of 1 and 9. You see that? So this will be the last. How do I calculate the last? Well, this times this. So this would be 9. How do I calculate the first? This times this. So this would be the 1. So then I have x here, right? That's easy to figure out. Now, since it's minus and it's a plus, that means both of those are going to be minus. And then you can get rid of that 1x. You don't need the 1 there. So your final answer would be 4x minus 9 parentheses x minus 1. And that's it.